Hi, I'm Jenny Connor, an early childhood educator from Tasmania, and we're here today to talk about intentional teaching. So welcome to Judy Radich, who's going to share her rich experience with us.
Thanks, Jenny. Yes, my name's Judy Radich and I'm an early childhood educator. I've been working in early childhood for a long time now, and I manage a long day care centre in Tweed Heads in northern New South Wales.
Well, Judy, we're here to talk about intentional teaching, which is one of the pedagogical practices in the early years learning framework. A term like pedagogical practices means different things to different people. Can you tell us what it means for you?
For me, it means our professional work every day with young children. It's us building relationships with children. It's the nurturing and supporting children in all that they do. I guess for me, it's really what guides us. It builds on our skills and our knowledge. It's underpinned by the things that we value and believe in.
And where does intentional teaching as an idea, as a practice, fit in these?
Well, it is one of the 8 practices, and intentional teaching for me is the deliberate decisions that we as educators take every day. It's really about everything that we do. It's not just the experiences and the activities that we provide for young children. It's how we design and set up our environments. It's the type of experiences we give children as well. But it's all of the things that we plan. It's our daily routines. It's the structure of the day. It includes how we group children. So it's many things really, I see.
And in your setting, there are various kinds of groupings that occur during the day. There are small groups and large groups and some, one-on-one and individual. So why do you use small groupings?
The research does tell us that a range of experiences is good for children. That means being part of a small group, being part of a large group, one-on-one groupings with educators, with other children. And I guess intentional teaching for me really is the educator being active in their engagement with children. It's not just passive. Sometimes the educator in intentional teaching might lead the experience and set the scene, and other times that educator will take their lead from children and be part of the children's play and experiences and be guided by what the children are wanting to do. I think it's important to say both children and educators have intentions.
That's one of the queries I think a lot of people have, because a lot of early childhood educators are very comfortable following a child's lead, and they wonder how you can do this whilst you're being intentional as an educator in your own mind and your own planning.
Yes, well I guess that's one of the things that we as educators juggle every day, and I think that's one of the things why the job of being an early childhood educator is really hard and really tough. I mean, at every moment of the day we're making different decisions, and based on what the children are doing or not doing, and so we, as much as we might have planned some experience or to go one way, the children, by demonstrating, by watching and listening to the children, we actually have to change what we had thought we might do. So I guess intentional teaching is very broad. It's about having some idea of perhaps where you want to go, but being able then to change what you might be doing based on the needs of those particular children at that time.
So it's about responding to children and interacting with children, and it must be about adjusting your intentions and having long-term goals and short-term things you want to work with.
Yes, it is that, and while we would say, I think one of the things that we need to say is that there are things to be taught in early childhood. And I think that is something that some of us have struggled with for some time, but there are things that children need to know, and it might be early literacy and numeracy skills, or it might be longer term things like we would want children to learn about the environment. We would want children to respect others and learn about difference, but those are long term things that we would embed across our program rather than specifically teach at a particular moment.
So there's a subtle difference between intentional teaching and explicit teaching.
Yes, I think there is, and I think there are some things that sometimes we do have to explicitly teach children, and it might be something like using scissors, and but we all know that some children can pick up a pair of scissors and cut, while others will need to be explicitly taught. So I think there are those differences, and those are judgments that we as educators have to make all day and every day based on those different children that we educate.